Hello and welcome in. I am Misskinghorn and we are back here in another Twin Creek Zoo episode. And this time we are working on the Saltwater Crocodile, which is something I have actually tried to do in the past. I think I told you in the last video that I tried before then to get it out for that sort of last 2 weeks ago, but it just was not working how I wanted it, and I just couldn't do it. So I came away, we ended up doing the wombat, and now decided to try again, and I think I finally got it in a position that I am okay with. There are a few things that I'm a bit like and you'll probably see those, and any of you who watch all of my videos, come to my live streams, will know exactly what those are, but I did the best I possibly could with it, just given its sort of position and things like that. So what we're actually doing at the moment is creating a little bit of a viewing kind of break, necessarily, because we are working at the sort of the top of the stairs. If anyone knows or only watched any of the other videos, you'll know we are working at sort of that top of the stairs where it comes up by the kangaroo and koala habitat, and to the left hand side of where we are is the top section of the platypus as well. So that just kind of gives you a little bit of direction. I think you're probably going to pull out in a little while and you'll have a better shot of where that is, but I didn't want you to go from seeing, like, coming straight up the stairs to seeing all of that. I wanted a little bit of a break, so we've put this huge big planter in, and it's something we said in the past, that we're going to have these sort of kind of fake planters, as it were. So these are very heavily sort of planted up, not very natural, I'm going to be honest. There is also some plants not from Australia that have gone in here, but they're all sort of grasses and things like that, and some small little bushes that I think make it all work. But it just gives us a nice sort of lush sort of look to this area of the zoo, which is very sort of barren otherwise, into here. But it just stops you from seeing straight through into this habitat. But you can see it from the sides, and you've also got that underwater sort of viewing little area that I've just sort of created, and that's also got some flower or grasses and plants in as well into there. And there is also going to be a elevated viewing area as well later on, and you'll see that as we go through the video. We're slowly planting all this up. So I did say it was going to be quite lush, lots of plants, lots of different plants, lots of kind of colours, which I thought was quite nice, given the fact that these are all sort of grasses and things like that. They are working quite nicely, but lots of different sort of variety coming in there as well. And you can see, just as we get some more of my all-time favourite plants, which is the pea shrub, into there, and trying to make those up into little sort of bushes as well, because they are quite small plants, but I feel like they would grow upwards as well. And we do get a few little trees in here as well, so that's going in there, and some ghost gum, just because I love that sort of the white of the bark on that tree into there right then. So if we can make that a little bit sort of bushier in there right then, and you can sort of see this is the underwater sort of viewing area. So we're just building a little bit of a canopy. I was kind of looking at sort of the heat map, and actually like the temperature sort of heat map, and we do have a lot of sort of areas where it is quite warm. Obviously this is based in Australia, so it is going to be warm anyway, but I feel like it was too hot, so we need some sort of shady areas into here. So I thought this would be a nice little area, create some little shadows and some shading down here as well into there. And that's why I have created that sort of the shelter, well, not necessarily shelter, but the sort of indoor viewing area that looks out over there, just so that people can get a good view while also being sort of close to the animals that we'll see later on into there. Right, so we kind of do like a cross pattern because I feel like this wouldn't be strong enough to hold any of it. So just creating something along those lines, getting in there. There is also some educational boards down there as well, and some lighting in there. And I've done quite a bit of this off of recording. For two reasons. This habitat didn't happen in one day. It's taken a while, and I struggled with parts of this. I think I created this bit and then I took maybe like a 2-day sort of break because I just could not envisage doing anything else. It was actually quite a difficult sort of break to come from here to doing anything else in there. Alright, so we're just doing a last run across here. Totally guesstimating to see whether these are sort of in the right places, but we'll take that into here. So adding some more supports this side in there. That's also going to be kind of part of the barrier for the glass, sort of just to break up a big section of glass that's going to go along there. So as per usual, I have a stairs and I also have a ramp. It's the ramp I'm not particularly liking because it is a little bit steep, and because it's on such a tight angle, it actually kind of has like steps in the ramp, which I was not happy with, but the placement and sort of where it had to go and things like that was really, really tight, so it had to go there. But these steps are also quite tight in here, but a nice sort of big, thick, wide path, so you can get lots of people down here as well. And obviously the crocodile doesn't necessarily go underwater. They do at times, but I taken the screenshots and the cinematics at the end, I saw them kind of on the top but not necessarily at the bottom, so it didn't really need to be this deep, but it is what it is, and we've kind of got away with it into here. And right then, and this is going to be part of the barrier for the actual habitat. It's this little stone wall, but we'll come back to that later on because this is the viewing area on the other side. So using again the same sort of pieces that we've used consistently throughout this zoo, and obviously the same sort of colours and bits and pieces like that as well. Right. And just trying to create something a little bit different into here, so you'll see how this all turns out in there. I wanted some kind of cool shapes, so instead of just doing a square building, which would have been a lot easier and would have actually made the roofing very easy, I decided I wanted to go for, I'm not even sure what kind of shape it is. It's bigger on one end than the other, so you can sort of see roughly the shape that I'm giving you here, and then we sort of square off the back here just to kind of bring this around. Yeah, I did have a bit of a reference image, I've got to be honest, for what I kind of wanted this to look like, but it didn't really work at all, which is a bit of a problem, but some of these are bigger and some are smaller than the others, simply because we had to sort of rearrange and do other bits and pieces. But this actually works really well with the terrain because the animals can't get underneath, so it's not necessarily like a hard shelter per se for the animals, but it is a protective area for the guests, so they can sort of stand in here in slightly cooler, and I do believe I put a cooler sort of fan in here as well into there, just to help the sort of guests because they were complaining that it was too hot for them. So expanding these sort of panels that we normally use, normally I try to hide the little sort of pieces on the sides with the bigger sort of columns, but this time we decided to sort of open it up because of the width of the base pieces, so the bits that you can't really see now under there was a little bit difficult to do that. Right. So this is the easy bit. This building, yeah, it took a while and I couldn't get it to work. So we work on this bit, and then I take another break from the zoo later on when it comes to sort of the roofing, because yeah, making it a square or rectangle would definitely have helped, but I didn't. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, but you'll see how I figure it out later on in the video. Alright, so we're adding a little extra details onto here that we didn't do on the other buildings. So normally we just had these on the outside, but I thought we'd use the planks on the inside as well. There was a tiny little gap, so I thought I'd just bring those over into here. And now we are going to be using our stained wood pieces, which we can get in just in here, and they come obviously in Flexicolor, and they work there. We've used them in lots of other places across the zoo as well, just to come along the edge there. I am showing you little sections of what we do all the way across, so you'll see it there. We jump ahead on a few bits and pieces, and ta-da! Also the glass has now gone in as well, just in there as well, so that just gives you a nice little protective sort of area. And then 2 large education boards going in here. They will have the custom billboards on. They don't at the end, I don't think, in the screenshots, but they now do. So I will also upload all of those to the Discord channel for this zoo as well, so you can download all of those as and when each episode comes in. If I remember, if I don't and you are in my Discord, shout at me. I did actually forget to tell my Discord that I had even released a video last time, so you know, just shout at me, because I tend to forget things. But you can see the windows there. They're just the 4 meter 4x4s on the bottom, and then a 2x4 on the top, and then just in the little insert little bits, they I think are 1 meter on the left hand side, and then a 2 meter there on this side. Now this is where we had a little bit more fun. I have got to be honest, this roof was quite fun to do, but also quite complicated, and it took a little while to work it all out. So I kind of show you the basics of what I do, but I do have a feeling I cut out quite a bit of this into here, because it literally, I probably spent maybe the best part of maybe an hour and a half just on the roof. So you can all thank me later for that one in there, because it was complicated to do. But basically it's a winged roof at different angles into here. So one is at the 15, and then this one is on a different angle, but they are, yeah, trying to get the angles in and the pieces and things like that was quite difficult to kind of get in the right place, and lots of fiddling and moving around, especially with the bottom, sort of trying to actually connect these to the building as well, because if you notice they are floating, so we did have to come up with some way to get them to come down, but we figured that out, I think, in the bit that I cut out. I'm hoping into here. So I did try to get it this way to match in, but it just wasn't going to work. So the back section is completely flat, and you'll see it here. I just basically copy all of this coming all the way along into here. So it's just that sort of front section which is more sort of winged in there, and just trying to obviously fill all of this so it makes sense, and trying to get the lines to match in as well, and we kind of run this through into here as well. And there, so nice little bases, and then we don't one more section just in there, and then I don't think we get any more in because it would not match in. But here is the animal of the video. So as we know, we're doing the saltwater crocodile. They are native to many countries, including India, Malaysia, and the northern coast of Australia. Hence why they're going into our Australian zoo. The Australian population of the saltwater crocodiles is estimated to be as many as 200,000 individuals. They are ambush hunters who drown or swallow their prey whole, including sometimes humans. The saltwater crocodile is of least concern by the IUCN, which is always good. Juveniles are yellow in colour with black stripes and spots. They turn a darker greenish colour as the animal matures. Right then, I know there was a teeny tiny little spelling mistake in that one. It will be fixed by the time I upload the sort of educational billboards to my Discord, as I said earlier on. They are actually really pale. They are pale. I just simply forgot the space and the P. But yeah, moving on. Now I shall leave you here, so sit back and enjoy, and I'll be back near the end of the video. So, what do you all think? Let me know in the comments down below. If you have enjoyed this video, then please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Each and every one of you means so much to me, as we are a teeny little channel and growing quite quickly in there. But if you also enjoyed this, you can join me over on Twitch, where I'm at misskinghorn builds, the same as here on YouTube. I stream over there 3 times a week, and but you can also find me over on Twitter, where I'm at misskinghorn, which is the same as Hive if you have joined there. Or you can even join my Discord, which is the MKB Build Center. You don't have to be a builder to join. Anybody and everybody is welcome, and all of the links are down in the description below for you. But until next time, thank you all for watching. I will leave you here with the cinematic shots, and I hope to see you all again really, really soon. But until then, have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Alright, bye everyone!